I'm Dr. Brian, and today I'm going to unpack the science behind wrist versus arm monitors, what the science says, where errors happen, and which one's actually right for you, wrist or upper arm blood pressure monitor. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian. You'd think it's just about convenience, right? But the truth is, choosing the wrong one can mean your numbers are off by 10 points or more. And when it comes to blood pressure, 10 points can mean the difference between healthy and a silent risk for heart attack or stroke. Because remember, blood pressure isn't just a number. It's a leading indicator of your risk for stroke, heart attack, kidney disease, and even dementia. And if the way you measure your blood pressure isn't accurate, you might be falsely reassured or wrongly diagnosed and mistreated. And a difference of just 10 or 15 points can mean the difference between normal and really high risk. So the way you measure it really matters. So let's talk about how these monitors really work, because wrist and arm blood pressure monitors measure very different things. Upper arm monitors measure your blood pressure at the brachial artery. That's right here, and it's located near the shoulder and close to the heart. Wrist monitors, on the other hand, measure your blood pressure much further down. This is done at the radial artery on the thumb side of your wrist. It's smaller, shallower, and the artery is further from your heart. That makes readings much more sensitive to body position, cuff position, and what your blood vessel is like, as well as small movements of your arm. And that's why, according to the American Heart Association, the American Medical Association, and the American College of Cardiology, upper arm monitors are preferred. Full stop. No question. Why? Because your arm's position just doesn't affect the reading near as much. And the artery is bigger, it's closer to your heart, and the data shows clearly for the average blood pressure monitor user, day after day, the measurements are just flat out more accurate with an upper arm monitor. Now with wrist monitors, just a few inches up and down with a cuff or elevating your wrist above or below where it should be can really throw off your numbers if it's not centered over the artery, or especially if your artery has calcium or disease in it, which is really common if you're diabetic and if you have high blood pressure. Then studies show wrist monitors can be off your true pressure by 5, 10, even 15 points. So then clearly we should just throw the wrist monitors in the trash, right? Oh, not yet. Because for some people, using an upper arm blood pressure monitor just doesn't work. If someone has very large arms, in obesity, or in certain medical conditions like lymphedema, where you have uncontrolled arm swelling, and that happens very commonly after breast cancer surgery, the arm cuff, the recommended upper arm cuff, just might not give an accurate reading. And in fact, it might not even fit on the arm at all. And we shouldn't forget, there are some people who just can't tolerate that tight squeeze around the upper arm. It can be uncomfortable, and for some, it's downright painful. That's where wrist monitors come in handy. They're not perfect, but for certain people, they're a lifesaver. They're smaller, easier to pack, and if you travel a lot, they don't squeeze nearly as hard. But here's the catch. Wrist monitors require near perfect technique. The wrist has to be exactly at heart level, and the cuff has to sit exactly over the artery, and the artery has to be pretty normal. So if everything isn't perfect, your reading can be completely wrong. But again, wrist monitors are better than no monitoring at all, as long as you follow proper positioning and you choose a validated device. Well, what about for kids? Clearly, for kids, using a wrist monitor is much easier and more convenient. Bad news. For children, wrist monitors are not recommended. And in fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics specifically states wrist monitors have not been properly validated in kids, and the risk of misdiagnosis is way too high. So if you're in the unfortunate situation of needing to measure a child's blood pressure, stick with a properly sized upper arm cuff and a pediatric validated monitor. So what's the final word? If you can, use an upper arm monitor. Look for a validated device. Check the the list on validatebp.org, which is an American Medical Association site, and they'll help you learn proper technique. If you do need a wrist monitor, also make sure it's validated and pay specific attention to using meticulous, reliable technique every time you take your pressure. If you have questions about how to choose a blood pressure cuff, well, try this video I did. Or if you have other questions about how to use a blood pressure monitor, drop them in the comments below. I'll respond if I can. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with someone that you know who might be trying to manage their blood pressure at home. I'm Dr. Brian, and I'll see you next time.